Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another perfect off-season video today. We will be dictating what the Patriots should do in this off-season. I personally think that they have a lot to address. Jacoby Myers, a free agent. Their starting right tackle, Isaiah Wynn over here, is a free agent. And yes, you guessed it. Mac Jones and Bailey Zappi are here. Bailey Zappi, I did want to check what college he was. He's Western Kentucky, okay. Good to know, because I was curious what he was. I was thinking about it last night. I was naming, or not last night. It was actually probably 2 nights ago. I was just like throwing a football up in my bed and then catching it. You know what a normal teenage kid does, right? and I was thinking about it. I was like, okay, I can name most of the quarterbacks colleges that was drafted in the last 3 years. I got to Bailey Zappi, and I was like, where did he go? And yeah. All I could think of was Iowa State, for some reason. But yeah, got a good team here. Devin McCourty probably should retire this offseason. Marcus Jones was kind of a bright spot for this defense and sometimes on the offense. Really good in multiple spots. Judon, Uchi, both. Uchi has exploded onto the scene the second half of this last season. I think he had a very underrated second half here. He's, kind of good, like great actually. Jelani Tavai was really good this season as well. You have Jawan Bentley, who's played pretty good. You've got a good defense as far as Madden goes. You maybe need to address the interior, and then you probably could use a corner with Jonathan Jones also as a free agent as well. I'm pretty sure Tyquan Thornton probably you look to be used a little bit more in these upcoming years, but I don't know. You've got quite a few guys that you have to really consider, re-signing as far as, how much money you have. I'm not sure what our cap. Okay, we've got plenty of money, but it's more of who is interested where. Jabril Peppers, I think that we can afford, and I think that I do want. If he wants to, he's not interested in signing. That's pretty cool. Jonathan Jones, he can have a 2-year, give him 6.5, back down to 3.5. Exactly the offer he was hoping for is a good thing. Franchise tag is 18 mil. I'm past that. No way. Damian Harris is it's not my favorite running back, but I like him more than Ramondre, but it just doesn't really make sense to keep him around. And Ramondre was very good this past season. To all you fantasy owners out there, you know what I'm talking about. Isaiah Wynn, I want him on like a 4-year deal. I have to overpay a buttload for him, but he's a good right tackle. I think he's worth keeping around for this offseason video, really. Roquan McMillan, or Raekwon, I was right the first time. Former Dolphin. Don't know why I know that, but yeah, it is what it is. Moving on, we'll head to free agency where we'll have to address probably a free safety if Devin McCourty did not retire, which, in my opinion, like I said, he should have. He should have. Yeah, so he is gone. So we've got Adrian Phillips on strong safety as well, but too bad we have Duggar. We have Kyle Duggar. I do want Jabril Peppers back. Give him 5.5, 3.5. Fine with that deal if he is as well. We're towards the top there, but no way to be sure. Ooh, Danny Dimes is here. Can he be a Patriot? I think that he'd be a little bit better than Mac Jones immediately. I'm not actually going to do that. There's no way. We're going to stick with our guy, Mac Jones. And then at wide receiver, we saw Jacoby Myers leave us. So we'll have to go ahead and try to compensate for the loss of the guy right there. And I think Juju, Boo Boo Smith-Schuster, he's just so expensive for no reason, bro. No reason to be this expensive. I don't know how many teams have interest in him. We'll give him a good long-term deal right there. Okay, he has no teams interested in him. He's 26. Yeah, I'd like to keep him for 5 years. Yeah, I like this deal for sure. Long-term Patriot, I guess. Now, at tight end, we are good with both Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith, of course. Left tackle, we already saw our whole offensive line is pretty solid. Then, like I said, we could use some work on the inside, and look at this. Opportunity presented itself, and we will take advantage of that opportunity. Pay Daron Payne quite a bit of money to become a Patriot because we're going to want him. We're going to not need him, but want him for sure. Outside linebacker Josh Allen come in for Matt Judon. Out with the old, in with the new. Maybe trade Matthew Judon this offseason. as fun as I think it'd be to do. Do I really want to. I'm gonna be honest. I really want to. What is this deal going for here? Okay, yeah, he has nobody interested. I'm pretty sure it's a no-brainer. We'll give him the longest deal possible, 7 years. He's not leaving us until he is 33 years of age. Middle linebacker, I like Bobby Okereke, probably a little bit more than Jelani Tavai, but I mean, I don't think that we need to waste our money there. And then at corner, like I said, probably could use someone. If Byron Murphy Jr. was available, that would be quite the fit. But I do like Sean Murphy Bunting and Mike Hughes. Both of them are quite good, but I probably would prefer Sean Murphy Bunting at this point. Maybe a 1 year deal and pay him, quite a bit of money. I think that should be all. And then we'll go to targeted, look at all of our offers: Jabril Peppers, Deron Payne, Juju, and Sean Murphy Bunting. Hopefully we get those guys that we are definitely contesting for, but we got the two big hitters, and Sean Murphy Bunting has a really good offer. I'm going to go ahead and actually withdraw on that, by the way. Go here back to cornerback and go to all players, or I guess available at this point, and go look for, if anyone else is here. I don't really think that there's anyone else worth it, and I'm not going to overpay on Sean Murphy Bunting. If he does want to, find a way onto the team, he can. I'm happy with that deal, I guess. And then what else did we not get? We did not get who? We didn't get someone else, but that's okay. Boo Boo. If we get him, cool. I highly doubt we'll get him, though. The Giants put in an astounding offer for him. We did get Boo Boo. Okay. So we got Boo Boo, Smith-Juster, Sean Murphy, Bunting, Deron Payne, and Josh Allen. A lot of good signings right here. Solid free agent class for sure. And we only missed out on one person, but the fact that I can't even think of who it was makes me believe it wasn't important. I'm sure you guys know exactly who it is. You guys are probably screaming at me, but what can I do about that, to be honest? Right? I can't go back in time and just go back to remember. I've got a seat cushion on top of my chair. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but I don't know. It helps the butt, all right? Leave me alone. We're going to go ahead and start drafting. I'm using my realistic class, the one that I have made, the one that I've spent a lot of time on, to be fair. And I don't see us trading up in the draft. We'll just go ahead and sim to our pick. I'm not really worried about it. Peter Skoronski goes off the board right in front of us. Who is left on the board? Ooh, to have Christian Gonzalez at this pick would be absolutely huge. But unfortunately, I do not think that'll be the case. Quentin Johnson on the board as well is very, very intriguing. Jordan Addison is off. I think that I really could, put in a good word to the front office here about Quentin Johnston, but I also really do enjoy Christian Gonzalez. I love Bijan at this spot. We've got an early second as well. What sort of receiver would we be looking at? Probably like a Kayshon Boutte type of player who I actually quite like as well. How about we stop teasing and just go with the guy that we all know I was going to go with? It's Quentin Johnston, 6'4", 212. Not quite sure if those are his exact measurements. He's really good. Let's go ahead and just take him now. Be over with it. I'm happy about that for sure. Move to the second round here. Second round pick, we're probably going to, go after maybe an interior guy if Tuli Pelotu has fallen, or someone of that, someone of that build. Siaka Ika, if he's here. I'm not really seeing anyone that is fit to play the inside except Kinu. Oh, I actually do like Javon Dexter, though. Javon Dexter Sr. is 6'5", 318, 22 years old, out of Florida. Really good athlete. Finesse moves are there. Block shedding, power moves, play rec. Let's go, Javon Dexter. Florida interior. He's played already against some of the best, and really happy about that pick right there. And then we'll have an early third as well now. And then we'll have another early fourth as well. Safety Chris Smith flies off the board right in front of us. Oh, we didn't get Jabril Peppers, huh? Could use a safety here. Jordan Battles here. Probably not going to be my guy. Avila's quite interesting. Deontay Banks, I'm a fan of. But do I like Tyreek Stevenson a little bit more? No, I like Deontay Banks. Kind of developmental corner. But you already have so many of those on a roster. I'm not quite sure if that's exactly who you want. What sort of running backs are left here? Chase Brown is still on the board. One of my favorite players in this class. Kendre Miller as well. Maybe get a complimentary back. I like that. In the third round, let's go Kendre Miller. Probably not the best guy on the board, but 20 years of age, 220 at 6 foot, got the right size, good young age. Can really. Okay, wait, don't take that out of context. That can be bad, man. That can be really bad. He's nice and he's at a good age to develop and whatnot in this league. I think that is a lot better of a way to phrase that for sure. I'm looking for the next best safety, and I just don't see it. Oh, free safety Rashad Torrance, one of my favorite safeties in the class, Florida guy. I like the player a lot. I'm not even going to think about it. Let's go Rashad Torrance immediately. Just a good pick. Go here into a little bit further into the fourth round. What are we looking for? I think we already addressed everything that we quote unquote needed. Could use another dangerous receiver if one is here. Tank Dell is here, but I'm not quite sure if he's your guy. Tyler Scott would be someone that's nice. Jaden Reed down the board, I really love. Cameron Latu, Davis Allen, Clemson tight end, one of my favorites as well. One of my favorite tight ends, I should say, not one of my favorites in the class. Don't need anyone there. What sort of guys are left here on the defensive line? Anyone worth even looking at here? Not really. Don't really see the value in any of these guys for sure. Vaheko, cornerback Kyu Blue Kelly is pretty good actually. Sure, let's go Kyu. I don't like calling Kyu, but go ahead take Kyu here. I don't know. It looks a little different in the cartoon, but go ahead and take him there. And then I guess really early, there is Jaden Reed. Probably would have taken Jaden Reed for sure. I don't know. I want to see if Davis Allen is still here. Definitely not still here. Jesus, he's flown off the board. But to be fair, it has been 2 whole rounds. Garrett Williams still here. Riley Moss as well. Riley Moss, let's go ahead and just take Riley Moss. Be done. I like the player. Iowa. Good size. Plays the slot pretty well, if I'm not mistaken. We also have another. Oh, wow. We have 3 6th-round picks for some reason. Whatever that's about. Let's go Tyler Scott then. Cincinnati kid. Good player, in my opinion. I just don't quite know how he's going to translate into the league, but I've heard a lot of good things about him. Clayton Tune off the board now. I think, was that the Houston guy? I couldn't tell you. Daquan Finn, Adrian O'Connell still there. Chris Rodriguez is still here, 5'11", 224 at 22 years of age. Runs too slow for him to be my pick here. Probably just not going to be my pick here. Michael Wilson, a lot of guys are high on him as well. At wide receiver, I think that we can really build depending on who really develops. Because if we take Michael Wilson, we already have the speed threat with Tyquan Thornton out of Baylor. From this last draft class as well. And then obviously drafted Quentin Johnston. I feel like that could be a solid 3 that you'd really like and for your future. Or, if Tyler Scott can dabble in as well, that'd also be pretty good. But I'm actually going to go ahead and build the team and get back to you guys. Quentin Johnston ends up being a 75 overall. And then these guys' depth traits are already showing like the guys you take late. I'm not sure why. Kendre Miller, a 3rd-round pick, is a 73 overall. And then defensively drafted Rashad Torrance up here as well. Brought in Josh Allen, of course, and then we already have Matt Judon. And then brought in Daron Payne in this as well. Riley Moss is here. Jervon Dexter to help out on the interior as well. I don't think we'll need it, though. Daron Payne and probably Wise will take that. And then Judon and Allen will be right there. And then Judon maybe regresses enough after this year. Josh Uche will get his shot again. And then sub linebacker, I probably want Jelani Tavai and Juwan Bentley. So we'll move Adrian Phillips back down. He's a strong safety. Slot corner, I'd be more than fine with Marcus playing that as well. Ramondre can play, but I want Kendre Miller on the 3rd down back at least. Defense, everything looks good. Offense, everything looks fine. Just look for Mac Jones to put his targets into, or put his weapons into good places and target a few new guys this year. So go ahead and go to midseason, see how we're doing. I'll check up on you guys there. Start to the season has not been great. We start 2-5. It's not a good look for sure. obviously looked to be a lot better a lot earlier, but Kendra Miller up to a 75 overall now. Quinn Johnson is a star development player. He's playing that wide receiver 2 spot. O-line looks solid. And then defensively here, do we know anything else? Rashad Torrance's star development. Other than that, nothing really. So go ahead and look at the stats and the numbers so far on the season, because they can't be great, except Mac Jones is throwing for the most yards in the NFL. Also, I'm guessing, oh yeah, no, very good start to the season for Mac Jones. Ramondre Stevenson's rushing the ball fine. Kendra Miller probably want to see a little bit more than this out of him, but 3 touchdowns to start the season off well. That's pretty good. TCU running back. Receiving wise, Quentin Johnston is leading the team right now with 37 receptions, 545 yards. No touchdowns yet, though. Am I shaking the camera by doing that? I feel like I am. I was moving my feet under my desk, on the desk bar. Whatever. Boo Boo has 40 receptions. Doesn't quite lead the team, with Hunter Henry having 42. Just 2 more than he does. Receiving touchdown, Boo Boo leads the team with 4. Next is Jonnu Smith. But defensively, a lot of tackles for Juwan Bentley. Holy crap. Matthew Judon's also racking him up. 13 TFLs, 5.5 sacks, playing with a little bit of a fire lit under him. In it? 13 TFLs, 5.5 sacks, like I mentioned. Leads the team in both by a good margin as far as those numbers go, those statistics. So, yeah. I mean, if the team's numbers look phenomenal. They look good. The defense is not really showing up, though. So, yeah, I guess move on to the playoffs, see if we can make it, see how we finish the season. We'll look at end of season stats and whatnot. Hope for good results. All right, nope, we go 5-12. That it is what it is. We're all done with the season. Kendra Miller's already up to a 77 overall. Deron Payne up to, I think, like an 85 overall now. If he wasn't already, we go ahead and hit adjust lineup. God dang it. And yeah, Mac Jones 76 overall, had a good season. Kendra Miller, I forgot I gave him superstar. Good for me. I guessed correctly. Quentin Johnston up here as well. Boo Boo. Both of them will probably have a nice long-term future together. I probably want Jervon Dexter to step up. Good season here by a couple of guys. Rashad Torrance really didn't develop much. He's only a 73 overall now. Probably, could wait on that, but you might want to replace him. He's like a 4th-round pick or whatever. So, Mac Jones finished the season with 20 interceptions. Sucks. 5,200 yards is quite awesome with 35 touchdowns. Rushing, Ramondre was fine. Kendra kind of fell off second half of the season, but once again had enough touchdowns. It was pretty good. Boo Boo was number 1 in the on the team with the amount of yards, and then Quentin Johnson next up. Hunter Henry right there as well. So really good games from all those guys. 12 tutties for Juju. Breakout season for him for sure. Tackles, Juwan Bentley doing his thing. TFLs 22 for Matthew Judon, 12 for Josh Allen, 11 for Wise, Barmore, Payne. But Matthew Judon and Josh Allen both went and combined for 23 sacks this season. Pretty good stuff. 4 interceptions for Jonathan Jones, and then 2 for Juwan Bentley. Sean Murphy-Bunting and Rashad Torrance played quite well with 3 TFLs as well. Wow. So good stuff there, and I'll go ahead and actually sim to the Super Bowl to see all these guys, like new dev traits and whatnot, because this is when you get to see them as Super Bowl week. They all get upgraded and whatnot. So go ahead and see who got upgraded, if anyone did. I think Boo Boo deserves superstar development, right? So yeah, Boo Boo up, Hunter Henry up, and then Quentin Johnson nothing, and then defensively nothing all around that I could see right off the bat. And it doesn't look like anything changed. So, fun video. We got to see what the Patriots offseason could look like, or something around that. And yeah, fun. Always enjoy these videos. I'll see you guys next time. Consider liking and subscribing. It'd mean a lot. See you guys next time.